Welcome. It is officially official. I am back. I finished school. My wife has finished school. She's a licensed RN now. My kiddos wish that they'd finished school. And it appears that a few other alignments have taken place that will hopefully allow me just a bit more time in my personal life. So what am I gonna do with this additional time? Thought about this quite a bit. And the answer may actually surprise you. Or not. It's literally this right here. Me talking to you, growing the channel. Can you believe that it's been a year already? The Welcome to AzraeLoke video posted in February of 22. And it's now February 2023. Part of me wants to just scrap everything. Start the channel over. Again. For those of you that don't know, which probably most of you, I actually attempted streaming on Twitch a few years ago and edited those streams for YouTube. I was one of those streamers with 0 viewers, so talking aloud to no one was really weird for me. Here on YouTube, it's different. I think that's because I'm actually talking to someone. You. I mean, you aren't physically here in the room with me, and my present would be your past, meaning your present is my future. Anyway, I'm not looking to start over again. Instead, I'd like to highlight some of the accomplishments and the lessons learned throughout these first 8 videos. As I mentioned in my excuses video, my content has been kind of boring. And man, it sucks to admit that, but that's where growth comes from. And if you're a big channel and lose a subscriber, probably not that noticeable. But going from 25 subs back down to 24 while showing a negative 100% growth rate hurts. Makes it very difficult to be motivated, especially when it happens. But looking back, I've spent a third of my videos, including this one, just talking about what I like to do instead of actually doing it. Yes, I'm an overplanner, but this is like releasing a bunch of teasers for a movie that will never come out. I've had a difficult time playing games, much less producing content around gaming. So I played games I knew. Super Mario 64, Fortnite, Odyssey, even some PS5 re-releases like Uncharted or Spider-Man. But I avoided what I really wanted to jump into, like Miles Morales, The Rest of Bendy, Medium, Phasmophobia, Half-Life Alyx, gosh, the list goes on. And I think it's because I couldn't justify the time that it took to jump into those stories. Was able to dive into one game though, Stray, and it was fantastic. Also attempted Gotham Knights, but I'm still not ready to talk about that yet. Oh no! I also haven't had much of a social media presence. I mean, yeah, there was a post here or there on Instagram, but that's about it. Plus, fitness and education aren't even part of my content pillars. Absolutely no shorts, only one community post. It's just a sad, desolate, inconsistent excuse for social media attempts. Okay, but enough of the things that I suck at, because I could literally harp on this all day. I could create an entire channel just explaining why you shouldn't watch my content, and that if you did, it would be to join in on me beating myself up as I'm tearing into my own insecurities at a granular level that you end up being thankful for anything and everything in your own life. Okay, enough of the things that I suck at. Let's look into some improvements along the way. Creative intro shots, putting bloopers at the end of each video, custom footage for end cards. We've increased production quality by using drone footage, better lighting, a green screen for gaming, and moving from 1080 resolution to 4K. Last recap point. Let's look at the current content pillars and how that aligned with year one's posted content. Gaming. 5 out of the 8 videos talked about gaming. This is about what I anticipated, although I don't really want to classify AzraeLoke as a gaming channel. I would like it to be a channel that just also talks about gaming. Leadership. There's literally no mention of leadership outside of the welcome video. This has been intentional, as I really want to separate the content from this channel and my actual career, which is in corporate leadership, believe it or not. Technology. Only 1 of the 8 videos. This is honestly surprising to me, since I spent a large amount of my time researching and discussing technology in my personal life. This will definitely increase in year 2. Comics, I didn't mention this at all. I mean, It's kind of the most surprising. I did allude to the Marvel versus DC battle. I planned a video to discuss it, I even took some thumbnail photos back in January of last year. That idea expanded to like an and versus or video, but spoiler alert, I like both. Family. 5 of the videos. This tracks. I love my family. They're crazy involved with the channel already. Honestly, I could see this percentage rising in year 2. Rather than just featured appearances during vacation times, I'm really hoping to have actual videos with them. A gaming collab with my son, interview with my daughter, baking the portal cake with my other daughter. And I was really inspired by the Gaming for a Non-Gamer series. I think I'd like to try something similar to that with my wife. I mean, she plays Animal Crossing, but never really played a game that's set in a fully 3D environment. So, what else can we look for in year 2? Think I'll be ready for weekly uploads yet? Probably somewhere in the ballpark of 2 per month. Just depends on my implementation of shorts and streams go. To be honest, the very idea of taking shorts seriously kind of freaks me out a bit. And as I mentioned, I already attempted streaming a couple years ago, but that did not go so well. Think I'll focus on building an audience first, then gauge if you all would even be interested in live streams. I'm currently working on having more of a dynamic studio setup so that I can record from multiple angles with different backgrounds and decor. I'd like to increase in engagement of the comment section of videos and posts, better define the community that we're starting to build together, and lastly, continue to increase the channel's quality of content. That's what we can look for in year 2, but the real question is, how do we get there?
Well, actually, there's a 5-step plan to maximize channel exposure and viewer retention throughout the entirety of AzraeLoke's 2nd year. And according to my calculations...
Sorry if I nerded out there for a bit, but let's be honest, this is another one of the boring what I'd like to do videos. They'll be less frequent, I promise. But until then, marketing. Clickable thumbnail and title. It's that simple. Instead of creating thumbnails like this, should have done something more like this. Social media presence, I just need to be more intentional with posts and using current platforms. I mean, I don't want to completely exploit family outings and share every single moment. I'm looking into some additional training options and obtaining some additional help on this one. Skill. Other training that I'm looking at through platforms like Masterclass and Skillshare are storytelling and editing, specifically like tracking and layering. Maybe moving from Final Cut to Premiere and from Motion to After Effects. Using services like vidIQ for additional analytics. Consistency. Like, do I need a static upload schedule? And why have I not been cross-posting on social media platforms? Community. Only had one YouTube community post and it wasn't even like a poll to get engagement back. I mean, I do have call to actions for commenting on videos, but may need to look at better ways about doing that. Also, I bet you didn't know that I actually have a Discord server. It was created like September 2021. Funding. My least favorite subject to talk about. But here we are. I basically just sponsor my own videos. This section of the video is sponsored by AzraeLoke, the channel where excellence is demanded, but mediocrity is delivered. Don't get me wrong, it will disappoint. But once you're finished watching a video, you get to sit back and think to yourself, man, I did not know that wasting 10 minutes could feel like wasting 2 hours. Mediocre media at its finest. But in all seriousness, there has to be at least a little return on investment. The equipment isn't cheap. Cloud storage, subscriptions to creative resources, Adobe, Epidemic Sound, Google Workspace. Look, I'm not trying to replace my day job and go full-time. That risk would be way too much to even consider. But I would like for this channel to at least fund itself. So how can we get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours to even qualify for monetization? I have no idea, but I'm gonna try. First thing on that list is asking for your help. Next video will likely be me and my wife playing Would You Rather. After you watch it, share it with someone that you think would like it. would say share this video, but we've already established that this is one of the boring what I'd like to do videos. So we've recapped year one, set some expectations for year two, but what's the plan beyond that? First and foremost, continue to build a solid community, a group of people that encourage each other and enjoy this wonderful multiplayer game that we call life. See, for me, this channel is more than just a hobby. It's a creative outlet, a way to express some of my passions. And I spend a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, in business mode. So why not use that as an advantage and build this as a business? Again, I'm planning to replace my day job, but I would like to refine the content, the marketing approach, improve with each upload, and even potentially hire some experts to boost the channel one day. All right, listen, I've done the math. And if we can get to monetization numbers by the end of 2023 and push for a 10% monthly growth rate in viewership and subscribers, we'll hit 10,000 by February of 2026. Then silver by February 2028. Gold by March 2030, even diamond by February 2032. Big dreams with a slow start, but we're playing the long game here, and we're playing it with the determination to succeed. So that's a rough draft of my plan. I understand that it is fluid and we'll roll with changes as they come, because you can deviate from a plan, but you have to have a plan in place to deviate from. I, for one, am excited. Let's do this together. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Don't get me wrong, it will disappoint. Just like that alarm.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at Roof Chris. From my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the loot.